Hey guys, and welcome to game number 80 out of 100 of my Human vs. AI series, where I'm taking on the AI-powered Scrabble BestBot in a 100-game match. It's kind of hard to believe that we're already at game number 80 of this series. We're going to be 4/5 of the way done, so yeah, kind of crazy stuff. Clunky rack here to start things off. FFUV. I don't believe vanful is a word. That would be nice to get down. I think vatful, but not vanful. I hope I'm not messing that up. Probably, I guess, luff or luffa here, maybe? I think luffa is better, just because if I play luff, I mean, I guess I could also try to set up my A hook. It obviously takes an S as well. The leave is a little bit better. I don't know, maybe I should do this. It's kind of a tough call. There's obviously a lot of other A's unseen, which is my hesitance with doing this, because it could give him the hook, but, I mean, luffa is 4 more points. I do like keeping the A, though, especially to balance out the V, which is such a clunky consonant to work with. So I do think I am actually going to play luff here, and hopefully this works out in my favor. Well, I guess I probably should have gotten rid of the A, as it turns out, because the second A is kind of the one thing that's stopping me from bingoing here. I'm pretty close to some bingos, although I guess if I do get a C, I would hit variance, so maybe I'll get something. We'll see. And, okay, the bot elects to exchange 4. Interesting. So, not going to help me bingo. Thinking probably avian and luffa now to shed my V and score a little bit. Or maybe just vina. Either one is probably fine. So, yeah, I mean, avian is 2 more points. Keeps ER versus AER. So probably avian is slightly better. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a good reason not to just take the extra 2 points here. ER is slightly more balanced than AER, so let's do that. All right, don't think I have a bingo here, but I should be able to hopefully score pretty well. BY and MY both go fairly well together, so not a terrible draw by any means. And let's see, I guess I'll play something under avian if it stays open. Maybe beery, that would be 36 points, so that's not bad. It's also Benny through this N if I want to be a little bit safer. It's 10 fewer points, but it doesn't put a Y in the middle of a triple line. It also keeps the E, which improves my rack a little bit. So either of those are reasonable options, but we'll see. And okay, the bot plays exeunt for 42, so that blocks both of the plays I was looking at before. Anything with this X? Like exome or something? I don't think so. So maybe something next to exeunt, like buyer. Buyer actually looks solid. 29 points. EMN is a very good leave. The bot could hit something from the EX, but there's not too much I can really do about that. Unless I play something ending in the Y instead. I could play like enemy, I guess, or beery. Probably beery over there. The leave is a lot worse, though. I mean, MN is clearly worse than MEN. It's 4 fewer points. And honestly, like, I'm just not even that worried about plays from the EX. Like, they'll score in the mid to high 30s, maybe 40. And that's just not that much higher than the bot's average score anyway. Like, you know, the bot bingo is probably enough on this board that I just don't really care all that much. And it's also going to give me 2 more floaters to work with. If it plays like, I mean, if it plays exert, I get an R and a T to work with. Like, you know, that's worth the price of him getting a 36-point play. That's probably not all that much higher than his average, I feel like. So I'm definitely leaning towards buyer right now. Do I have anything that overlaps both E's, though? Like with something ending in EY maybe over here? I don't think so. Like if Yemen were a word, but it's just a country. So, I mean, I guess I could play Ember. It's 33. MEN is probably 4 points better than YN, though. It just bingos so much often. I really would like to get rid of the Y, because it is a clunky tile for bingoing. So, alright, I think I'm going to stick to my original instinct here and play buyer, and we'll see what I can draw. Well, that's not going to help me bingo. But I do at least have a nice spot to unload this Q for 31, which is pretty likely to stay open. I doubt he'll block the I in avian. If he somehow does, I guess I'll just score with exome. But we'll see. And the leave actually is not too bad. Like, even though I have the W, there's some stuff I could draw. I could draw, like, add woman over here, maybe air woman. if I get the right tiles. So not the worst leave. We'll see what the bot does here in this position. Okay, and the bot, after a while, settles on Uri for 16. Interesting. So clearly indicates a lot of vowels, but the fact that it took a while and didn't just play it immediately makes me think it maybe had something slightly decent as opposed to like 2 more vowels or something. But I don't think that changes anything, guys, here. Clearly, QI for 33 has to be best. I mean, Exome isn't even available now, so yeah, let's just do that. Draw another N, not great, but I'll at least have some options here. Still up like 50 points. So what do I want to do? Maybe moan over here. Still a little bit nervous about that M. I mean, especially after I got tripled on last game, but an M in the middle of the triple line really isn't all that scary. And you do have to make sure, guys, when you're playing that you put previous games behind you. It's super important whenever you're in a tournament or any sort of drawn-out series like this one. It's easy to get hung up on, oh, I got tripled on last game, like, oh, it's definitely going to happen again. Well, no. I mean, the odds of it happening in any given position are completely independent of the odds of it happening at a previous game or even earlier that game, right? Like, it's just not that likely he's going to triple through an M in the 5th spot. And whether he tripled on me last game has absolutely nothing to do with that. Like, it's not hard to realize that, but, you know, it can be easy to forget in the moment psychologically, especially if you had a tough loss. But just an important reminder, you know, about moving on from things that didn't go too well. It's always important to do. So yeah, if Moan stays open, I expect I will play that. And yeah, the bot taking a while on this turn again here, so we'll see what it comes up with. All right, and the bot plays Biomass. Takes a good amount of time to play that. I wonder why. It looks pretty good to me. And it does take a bit of a lead here. So Moan obviously still an option. There are probably some decent plays above Biomass. Like, I can play 1 for 27, keep Name on my rack, which is a pretty solid leave. I might, though, given I'm now at a deficit, prefer leaving the left-hand part of the board open and just play Moan anyway, honestly. Like, I'm really just not, especially, guys, whenever you put a tile on the triple line, if it's already on the double letter, it's not as dangerous because then he can't put, like, a Z or some other high point tile there. It's just not that hard, or not that easy for him to score that many points with that M, unless he triples, which, again, is just not all that likely. And especially now at a deficit, I can't be living in fear of him tripling. This is a couple more points. I think I should still do this. Keep the left-hand side open another possible thread on top. Let's keep things a little bit more volatile, given we're at a deficit. And that's a great draw. Seizing in cages. I imagine something will play. Let's see. Exagon does not take an S. Magnesic through either M doesn't fit. Coinages? No. Does anything play through the L in Luffas? I don't think so. Dang it, he plays Jubas for 60. Do I not have a playable bingo here? Hooking Reese? Yeah, seizing and in cages. Neither of those fit. Wow, I don't have a bingo? That's crazy. I mean, that just feels wild to me. I feel pretty confident I'm not missing something with a rack this high prob, though. But, wow, that's certainly a bit of a blow. I mean, to not bingo with a rack this good when you're at a deficit, but it is what it is. So, all right. Well, with that in mind, then what do we want to do? I don't really have all that much through this M. I'm wondering if I can, like, if I should try to be really aggressive and, like, set up my S. The thing is, I don't think I really want to do MIG, because there's also 2 Gs left, and he can hook MIG with a second G. So I'm not a huge fan of that. And yeah, anything, if I try to, like, MIG over here, that obviously takes an E and an A and some other things, so not really a good idea. I just can't believe I can't bingo here, but like I said, I really feel confident I'm not missing something, so I guess, I mean, I can play like this, I guess. ENCS is, it's not a bad leave, but it's not a great leave, especially for, I think I should maybe try to get rid of the C, just because it is tough to play sevens with the C. with it not being able to hook anything. I don't know. I mean, I could play like... This just closes down the board so much, though. I'm not really a fan of that. Wow, I don't see any plays I like here at all. I mean, there's got to be something at least somewhat reasonable. Maybe I play... Oh, you know what maybe I should do? I should play like jig or something to set up another S-hook. Or I shouldn't even say another S-hook, an S-hook. Because there's just... That's the biggest problem here, guys. There's just like no good S-hooks on this board. I mean, Rees is there, but it's hard to start with an S. Like, I want to be able to end with an S. I feel like this is a good play. I mean, I'm down a lot. I really want to bingo ASAP. And I do have a good lead for bingoing. So yeah, probably either jig or jag. I'll play jig. I just generally prefer keeping an A because it's less bad if you get a duplicate. So I think I'll do this. And yeah, hopefully I'll get another bingo on my next turn. Alright, yeah, that'll do it. I've got N laces and scalene. So definitely going to be bingoing, thankfully, on my next turn. But we'll see where I get. N laces, cleanse, and scalene. Anything through an M? I don't believe so. So yeah, probably N laces and jigs if it stays open. Scalene also plays on the G column on the left of Luffas, making L, Nu, and F. Plays on the N column. So no matter what I'm bingoing next turn, and let's see what the bot does here. And based on that, we'll figure out what my best option is. Dang, and the bot bingos again with Haddons. So tough sequence for me there. Biomass, Jubas, and Haddons, like 80 plus, 60, 80 plus, using both blanks and 2 of the S's. So I do at least still have scalene on the G column, but it's looking pretty bleak at this point. We'll see. This is not a very good advertisement for my merch here. It's not looking very lucky. I lost last game where in my merch, and looks like I might lose this one. So I'm going to have to find other ways, I guess, to convince you guys to buy my merch other than saying it's lucky against BestBot, because I certainly have not been making a very good case for it, but you know what? This game is not over yet, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll draw something really good here. It's probably not going to cut it. Well, actually, maybe it will cut it, because now I have prize for 78. So yeah, if the bot blocks that E, then I probably just lose. But if it doesn't block that E, if it decides to block the M instead or something, then I can get prize for 78 and maybe actually mount a comeback here. So we'll see. We'll have to just kind of wait and hope it doesn't block that. I guess I also have zip for 55, which is not a terrible backup, honestly. So all things considered, a pretty good draw. It doesn't look like a good draw at first since I'm down a lot and probably I'm still going to need to bingo, but it honestly is a pretty good draw on this board because I've got several pretty substantial scoring threats that the bot isn't going to be able to deal with all of them simultaneously. Okay, well, prize stays open. So, I mean, the bot scores a lot with Keytal, but I'll do that. And, oh, man, I'm close to some stuff here. Need an E for interred or trendier. Doesn't fit with Keytal because scaling blocks it. 2 R's is just a little bit annoying. Plays tick. Ticketed doesn't work. Still down like 54. Not like 54, I am down 54. So probably... maybe just a rad? I need to bingo here for sure. Yeah, maybe just rad for 14. Problem is, I'm running out of space to bingo, because he's probably going to block that M. You know, you know what I should maybe do, guys? Maybe I should do this. Is that crazy? Setting up Nori? There's 2 eyes left. There's nothing else in the pool that hooks Nor. I hit bingos there with an A. An E. Well, an E I at least hit Sintered on the bottom from the S and Jubas. I don't know. I don't think this is actually crazy. It's Trident too. I think at this score, guys, I kind of like this idea. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if he doesn't have an I, it's kind of tough for him to block it. And I think it's a reasonable chance to take it. I'm in a very poor position. I can't score. I'm down 54. I think it's either that or play like an R over here and try to just set up a completely different bingo line. I can sort of live with either of them, honestly. But I think I'll go with Nor. I like being aggressive. Let's do it. Dang. H is not really going to help me, though. I don't... Ah. Oh, you know what I'm totally fishing for Nightmare here, guys. I'm totally fishing for Nightmare. If I had an A instead of my D, I could hit Nightmare for like 200. We are totally fishing for that. Like, I'm down 116. There's no other way to win. Like, we gotta have some fun. I'm totally fishing for Nightmare. Guys, if I hit that, and he doesn't... I mean, he's probably gonna block, but like... Okay, so where can I play off my D to try to distract him? Yeah, how do I get him to not block this? That's the problem. I guess I can play Ed to try to set my H, maybe? Maybe that's a good play? Because then that way if he blocks the top, maybe I can still then... Okay, if I can at least bingo with Ed, EDH, and maybe if I draw another bingo out of the bag, I'd still have some chances. You know what else I guess I could do? I could play Ticketing for 48. I just don't see this working, because I'm still going to be down, so 353. I'm still down 68 plus his turn. Nah, I still don't think one bingo is going to do it. I'm fishing for Nightmare for sure. I mean, Nightmare, how many points would that be? 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. That's 185, guys. Like, if I hit Nightmare, I'm probably going to win if it stays open. There's 2 A's out of 16 tiles. Got a, 18 tiles. Only 1 in 9. That's not great. But sometimes when you're down over 100 points, you got to go for some things you're not that likely to hit. So, yeah, I'm thinking maybe just add over here. It's more points than add. Yeah, it's 7 more points. Maybe I can still hit something with Nori then, like In Earth or something. So that's maybe a better plan. I don't know. But I think I also need to keep the bottom open. Because the thing is, if he blocks the top, even if I do hit like In Earth or something there, then there's just nowhere further to bingo. And I'm going to need 2 bingos if I don't hit Nightmare. Either way, if I hit Nightmare, I should have enough to win. I think I got to play Ed just to keep more space open. So, all right, let's do that. Give me an A. Yes! Come on! Don't block it! Don't block it! Don't block it! Please don't block it! Come on. Please don't block it. I mean, he's probably going to block it, but, like, that would be amazing if he doesn't. Oh, my gosh. I'm actually, like, kind of nervous. Even though, like, damn it! No! No! I actually hit it. Oh, my gosh. That's insane. I actually freaking hit it. I mean, I kind of knew he was going to block. Like, I don't think there was any other play I would have made that would have, you know, just made him decide not to block, honestly, but wow. That would work much more often against a human, because a human might not think that's a line, you know, because they think it's a disconnected G and M. Like, what's going to happen there? I could easily see that working against a human, but yeah, against a bot, damn it. Wow. I mean, I'm still impressed I saw that and hit it. That would have been the most epic win of the series if I hit that, though. Wow. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, I'm still going to bingo with Hairnet for 88. Maybe I can draw, like, Spyware and Eds and still win this game? I don't know. I'm going to need something big here. Nope. Not going to get it. So, GG. Yeah, I mean, the bot's going to win here. It's just a formality. Gaupier is not good, and it wouldn't even play anyway. Ugh, man, I can't believe I hit a 1 in 9 fish for Nightmare and he got blocked. That's, I'm kind of sad, but like I said, you know, I kind of knew the bot was going to block it deep down. I was just trying to somehow create a distraction. Maybe if I had played Reed, would have distracted it more to set up an S-hook? I don't know, probably not. Like, the thing is, like, at that point, you know, if you're the bot, you have to realize you're up over 100 points. You're only losing if there's some crazy triple-triple there. But against a lot of humans, that would have worked, for sure. That would have been, like, an unbelievable way to steal a game. A disconnected 9 Nightmare natural triple-triple for 185 points. Wow. Oh, man. See, like, I'm not disappointed because I didn't expect the bot to block it. I'm just disappointed. I'm honestly, ironically, almost more disappointed because I hit it. Like, if I didn't hit it, I'd be like, whatever. You know, I was only 1 in 9 to hit it anyway. But the fact that I hit it and then the bot still blocked it. Man, it's crazy. Like I said though, it was still a really creative play. I'm glad I saw it, and it can be tough, but like that's what you have to sometimes do sometimes, guys, with Scrabble. And it's like take what you can out of a situation. Just appreciate when you see a really amazing possibility, even if it doesn't pan out. Like when it does pan out, it's really freaking amazing. But there's just so often in this game for a variety of reasons. Whether it's really improbable and you don't hit it, or in this case, I did hit it and it just gets blocked or whatever. There's just enough situations where it doesn't work out, and these kind of plays, seeing them is rare enough. You gotta just appreciate them when they do happen, even if it doesn't end up working out or going exactly as you planned. But yeah, so let's just see. We'll wait here. I mean, the bot's gonna win this pretty easily in the end game, and yeah, man, crazy finish to this game. All right, the bot plays Yeti. Yeah, I was gonna play Wage in that same spot for a pretty good score. EOST, I assume it's going out, right? I mean, let's see. Stope or Totes on the left. I guess I could block both, theoretically. Does it have another out? I don't actually know if it has another out. So I guess I could try to block it from going out. I don't even know if it's worth it. I probably should just play like Paw or something on the bottom left and let it go out. I have a feeling it's probably not worth it for me to try to stop it, but maybe it is. So am I absolutely certain it doesn't have another out if I can block both Totes and Stope? It's not that easy for me to do. So I also have to make sure I don't give it a spot for Toes. Yeah, like I have to play through this to this R somehow, like Wager. I just don't think that's worth it. I mean, the bot can still score well with like Set, S-E-T-T, and Cheese. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it, guys. Let's just play Paw and move this game along. Oh, E-Stop. Okay, that's one more point than Stope, sure. So, all right, man, crazy game. I lose by 70 after all that. 498, 428. I mean, I think everything in the early part of the game was just eclipsed by that Fish for Nightmare, but let's at least see here. A lot of options. Yeah, I saw enough too, which is fine. I ended up going with Luff. Like I said, it's a little aggressive. It does set up my A hook. Normally, I don't love setting up hooks here, but, I have the hook, and there's a decent enough chance he doesn't have an A that I figured it's worth the shot, so I went with it. And yeah, it worked out pretty well. Honestly, the start of this game was pretty good for me. Bot trades, and oh no, that is bad. Wow, I missed a very high prop bingo here. I have not done that in a long time. Wow, yeah, I just never came close to seeing this, guys. That is a straight-up whiff. Goodness gracious. Yeah, and I probably should have played Avian here as well. I mean, it's a little bit more defensive. What got into me this turn? Yeah, I mean, I just don't know how I missed that, but I completely missed it. Well, I guess I am human after all. What can I say? I don't know, but all right. Well, let's see what else there is. That definitely puts a little bit of a damper, to say the least, on how I feel about my creativity later this game. That's, I mean, I haven't missed a bingo without a blank like that in a long time, especially one that's that high prop. But like I said, it happens. It certainly does happen. But anyway, okay, yeah, Moan looks pretty good here. And after that, I've been playing pretty well. Yeah, here I had no idea what to do. I guess I could play Mace. The thing is, it's deceptively hard to bingo on this board because it feels like there's a lot of floaters, but it's not that easy to bingo through an O, M, or A that late in the word, especially if I'm trying to end in ING or INGS. So, I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm likely enough to bingo on this board after Mace. I'm okay with my decision to play Jag there and set up another, or Jig rather, and set up another S-line. Of course, it backfired after Hoddens. But yeah, scaling looks pretty good. I guess there's end laces here too, which I didn't come up with, but I think scaling is probably fine. Leaves that part of the board a little bit more open. And then yeah, Keytel, lucky to get prize down. And let's see here. Cred, maybe I should just do this and score more. The thing is, I'm not winning this game without bingoing, and INRT it's not a bad leave, but it's not that great a leave here because I don't have a hook for a Re, and I need to draw like a D or an S to hook L. So, I don't know. I don't mind what I did with Nor, honestly. I guess I am giving up a lot of points. That's the one thing. I think if I were to not go for an outright fish, I would play Remind. Because then at least I create another big threat on the right with the D. I also score more points. I set up Re-Remind maybe as another threat later on. So I think if I am going to not fish, I probably would have done this, which might be better just because with Nor, the thing is, even if I do hit bingo, sometimes I do risk falling too far behind. So maybe I gave up too many points there. It's hard to say. And yeah, I did see ticketing here, but I do like my idea of fishing for Nightmare. Like I said, it almost worked. I mean, I drew it. And the bot here, yeah, plays Vug instead of, well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not going to play Kivy when it has a 100-point lead, putting a T in the triple line. Yeah, I mean, I guess it just so happens that its best plays do go in that spot anyway. But, like, if it had a different rack, it's possible maybe it would have left that open. But, yeah, I actually had Nightmare ready to go there. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess this game was kind of a nightmare. I mean, especially after, not just because of that, but after missing that high prob 8 to start things off. I still can't believe I did that. Kind of mad, but what can you do? Like I said, it happens. We all make mistakes, and yeah, that is part of why I'm not perfect, and you know, part of why the bot is so hard to beat. It doesn't ever do that kind of thing. I don't do it very often, but I can't say I never do it. But the bot would never miss that, and yeah, that's about all there is to say here, guys. You know, I'm going to try to forget about it and be a little bit more on top of my game next time, because this game was not good, and the game before this was not very good either. So, not a great couple of matches for me, but like I said, it happens. You know, it's hard to be consistent all the time, especially in a game like Scrabble. So we'll move on from this and try to get some wins going, starting with game number 81. So thanks as always for watching, guys. Really appreciate all the support, and I will see you all soon for the next one. Bye-bye.